everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Katie, and I had to just pop up on here at like 8 o'clock at night to talk about this book. Wow, I finished this in like 24 hours, roughly. But the Christian fiction releases this year have just been incredible. And this book, I'm gonna have like at least a three-way tie for best book of the year, because this book, wow. So this is A Dangerous Beauty by Melissa Koslin, and I believe this is only her second book, and she's already a favorite author. This book was so good. If you're looking for a new romantic suspense book, this is it. This is it. This was a high-speed, action-filled, like, I want this as a movie, as an action movie, like 100%. Like, if you think of like kind of like Mission Impossible mixed with like, I don't know, I was gonna say fairy tale, but not fairy tale, but just like a really sweet romance story. This is perfect. Wow. 5 stars, one of my favorites of the year, one of my favorite books of all time, probably. Just wow. So this is about, I can't even get my thoughts straight because I love this book so much. But this is about Liliana, and she's from Mexico, and right in the beginning of the book, she is escaping from the cartel and human traffickers, and she escapes over the border, and she's at a gas station where she's really afraid, and there's 2 guys who have been chasing her down, and she runs into a man who sees how afraid she is, and he figures out what's going on. His name is Merrick. And he figures out what's going on, and he asks her, "Are you in trouble?" And she says yes. So there's quite a bit of action violence. It's not super gory, but it is definitely action movie intense in this book. But he pretty much grabs the 2 guys, shoves them against the window, and asks, "Are these the men who have taken you?" And she shakes her head yes. So he pretty much beats them up, calls the police, and so the police come. They arrest them, and he's trying to figure out how he can help this poor girl. So he figures if she goes back to Mexico, the cartel can come back and get her. She has no family. There's no one that can help her back in Mexico. He's helped quite a few people with green cards already in his country, so he figured he really can't help anybody that way anymore. So he proposes a solution to her by asking her to marry him in name only. So she begrudgingly says yes because that's really her only option. So they end up getting married, and like right away, I think within like an hour, he has these huge connections, and you find out that he's very wealthy. He's a businessman, but he's got a really dark secret life that nobody really knows about. Almost everybody that kind of gets into contact with him kind of treats him pretty horribly because there's a lot of rumors going on in the newspaper around his life, what he does for a living. He buys businesses and he pretty much makes them successful, but he can be a pretty harsh boss, so he can fire people. And there's other stuff that's going on in the background that have been rumors. The police get involved. It's very good. Merrick might be one of my favorite heroes in a book. I'm just saying. Because I love how, I know there's quite a few heroes where they're not perfect, but you love them anyways. That's the type of hero this is. He's not perfect. He has struggled with a lot of things in his past that he blames himself for, but you just gotta love him. He's a perfect book hero. I can't wait to text Melissa Koslin and tell her how much I love this book. I'm doing it right after I make this video. It was so good. And so, yeah, so I'm trying, no spoilers, but yeah, so the cartel is still after her throughout the book. There is a secret mystery man who's been after her since the very beginning of the book and hasn't gotten his hands on her. But yeah, so Merrick's trying to protect her from the cartel, from the traffickers, trying to protect her also from himself because he kind of has feelings toward her, but he knows that she's been through a lot before he met her. So he pretty much ignores his feelings and is really standoffish toward her in the book, but there's a reason behind that. So if you want a really good action book that like was like just awesome and fun and just so exciting. It gave me chills and thrills all over. I loved it so much. So yes, so pick this book up. It comes out, I believe, September 5th, but I will put it on the screen here as well as in the description box below. Thank you to Baker Publishing for sending me a copy of this book. I actually had to request it twice, and then I accidentally got 2 copies because I didn't get it the first time. But I'm so happy I got this book. This is going to be on my favorite shelf. I don't have a favorite shelf. Well, I do, but I'm reorganizing. So I think my favorite shelf is probably going to go here as soon as I get everything organized. But this book was so good. Pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You are not going to be disappointed by this book. I loved it. And it is Christian fiction, so you don't have to worry about any improper language or scenes or anything. Really, really great. Loved it. I think you will too. So hurry up and pick this up. This is just a quick review, I guess. It's only like a 6-minute video, but all my emotions was in here because it was just so good, and I had to hurry up and come on here and tell you about it because I think you really enjoy it if you like romantic suspense books. And I honestly think people, even if you don't like romance, I feel like you'd probably enjoy this book. There is romance in it, but I feel like it's not that type of love story where they fall in love like right from the beginning, and it kind of grows from friendship to love and trusting in each other. So a really great story. I really enjoyed it. I hope you pick it up because it's really good and it's definitely on my favorites of the year. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe down below. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Pick up this book and I will see you all in the next video. Oh, it was so good. So good. So good, so good, so good. It was so good, so good. What else can I say about it? It was just so good. It was just so good. I pretty much read this in one sitting, except taking potty breaks and eating and going on my phone. But other than that, I was reading this. It was so good. I just wanted to give it a big hug and love both of these characters so much. So much. Loved it. Loved it. It was like watching an action movie, and I love action movies. So this is perfect.